I started the witch. Summon Raging Spirits, Ignite, Firewall Witch, or Infernalist. Maybe you are playing a similar build, let me know in the comments below. With that, as you can see, I have these shards around me. It's called Arctic Armor. Gives me a bunch of buffs. My gear is super scuffed, of course. I'm level 31. Technically a one-button build, but I can scale up the damage with a curse, which gives Fire Pierce. And for insane damage boost to the skulls here, to the fiery skulls, I can place, that's not a totem, that counts as a minion. It gives an insane attack speed and damage buff, 30%. Yeah, other than that, I'm always raising my shield, of course, Flame Wall. So I don't, unlike in PoE 1, I don't have to cast the Raging Spirits. They get procced by using Flame Wall. I also have good old Corpse Explosion, so all those fiery skulls can be used with the Molotov Cocktail Bros ability here, called Explosive Demise. As long as I don't overextend, I'm safe. I'm gonna show you the skill tree and so on, and the passive skill tree in a minute here. I can go down on defense, so I can take the ice armor here off and have one more skelly. When I show you the gear, like the aura does nothing from a build, it just looks cool as of now. Yeah, as soon as they have this red glow over their head, they can be targeted with Explosive Demise. Of course, preferably curse them first with flame ability. And I can just sit, raise my shield. I don't have to worry about nothing. 800 HP right now. The Arctic Armor. Try to keep the Summon Raging Spirits at 10. But also, so the skills here, as I said, Malice is useless, is a buff for melee. If he's bad man, but well, that's the gear I have, right? More, but in a second. So Ray Shield, insanely good. It's so good. I just hide behind this door. The basic how it works. Actually fairly simple. As I said at the beginning, it's a little bit one button, but can be a one button build. So Flame Wall. I have Arcane Tempo here, so I can spam this more faster. And I have Concentrated Effect, so it deals 40% area damage. Check out the DPS here. That gives a lot of damage. Really good gem. Yeah, and Summon Raging Spirits. Those are the fiery skulls. Got this one. Wait, lol. Here Ignition, so they ignite. Good source of ignite, I guess, if I have 10 of those all the time. And when they get low life, they explode and deal even more damage. Yeah, and you can activate them. And it reserves Spirit. And when activated, don't have to worry about it. They get spawned by Flame Wall. That's the build in a nutshell. In addition, I have the Arsonists, mainly for the ability. It's my Detonate Dead, Corpse Explosion, however you want to call it. And there's, it's super easy to proc it. And so on, really good. So I have Scatter Shot, so they throw 3 mollies instead of 1. And Fiery Infusion, so they hit even more. And also to counteract a little bit the negative effect here. Supported skills have 20%, 20% less damage. And this gives them extra fire damage, 25, so I don't know, I technically gain 5% damage with this combo to counteract this a little bit. Then, this one, Pain Offering, that's a minion. So therefore I get plus skills from my amulet here, for example, and so on. And it's insane, read this buff. Aura grants minions 30% increased attack and cast speed. The attack speed is important for for everyone, but most importantly for the Raging Spirits. Persistence here. This is just a meme because I found the crossbow. To get even more damage, here Flame ability. Adds a crazy amount of minus fire resistance. Better effect. More area. For defense. Not only for defense, so in my case, the way I've set it up here. So Arctic Armor. Stacks up to 3 times. This is up all the time. Sometimes this can be overkill. So Right now it gives mana regen and life regen, and the aura is up all the time. So I get a 3-in-1 with this one, so really nice. I can recommend it. Sometimes I feel like it's a little bit overkill. I think when I have better gear I can get rid of this maybe, and if I would deactivate this, all of a sudden I have enough spirit to gain a third arsonist. So it's also nice. So they throw 3 each, just spamming. They're just shitting out Molotov cocktails. It's so crazy. Spell damage, minion damage. This big note here, Power of the Dead. Then I took a lot of strength as well to get to be more tanky. I went down here. Damage, int, strength. That's the stats I'm going for. Fire damage. Boom, even here, a 30% increased damage with hits against ignited enemies. They are always ignited. Spamming like those 10 skulls all the time. 25% fire damage, that's big. So what I will do the next few levels is, so I get more base stats here, boom, boom, boom. Maybe go for more int as of now, tanky enough. And here, those, I want all of those. 3% attack speed, attack speed, attack speed. I will use this as well. I had it before the respec. They revive faster, so if the skellies die, the guys who throw the cocktails, they get respawned. It really feels good playing with a lot of skellies with Relentless Dead. Yeah, maybe I go for more damage here, maybe not, but the important one here is the attack speed, I feel like. That's how I've played it in PoE 1 as well, and it destroyed pretty much everything. Later with gear and so on. For the Ascendancy itself, and yeah, I had to try it, right? Probably best movement skill in the game. It's a really, you can swim through maps, so really fast, maybe interesting for speedrunners. But yeah, the downside is like the shield and the weapon is not equipped while in this form. Therefore it messes up the spirit management and reservation stuff. I'm using the minion life here and the Loyal Hellhound. It mitigates 20% damage basically. And the way I've set it up in the gems here, I forgot to mention. I have meat shield here, so the guy does not deal much damage. But it's just this one, I wanted to have one pet that always survives. Okay, so I have at least one companion. For the gear, the weapon is absolute dog tier, don't mind the stats. Yeah, it's basically an increased spirit weapon, that's it. Really very generic gear. I tried to find something that's useful. I got so lucky, man. I got this with level 8. 1 to level of all minion skills, that helped a lot. At some point I found this table and it's insane. Block chance almost 40%. I'm not too sure about the block ranges or whatever, but yeah, I think any shield would do just to get access to the raise shield skill. Remaining jewelry, whatever ring, whatever random ring. Armor here, I just tried to stack decks, life and base stat, preferably int. It's a really good start setup. My charm here, I cannot be stunned. On swap, one of the 2 uniques I found.